Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Savannah Smiles. So as you guys know, or may not know, I actually used to work retail for 3 years. And I know 3 years is a long time to be working retail. But at one point it was just like, I'm single, I had a full-time job that was just on weekdays and I was really bored on the weekends. Most of my friends worked there and so I just kept it for probably a little longer than I should have. Anyways, with over 3 years of working in retail, I have a lot of stories to tell, and I thought it'd be almost a fun one just to pick out a few stories that always kind of stick out of my mind when I think of my time in retail, although I definitely know a lot of other ones that I could have included. Figured it'd be fun. Let's do a story time on it. So anyways, don't want to make this intro too long. I think the stories themselves are already long enough, so let's get right into it.
I want to pay the price on the tag.
This story is called I Want to Pay the Price on the Tag, but not for the reason that you think. The company I used to work for was famous for their $25 jeans sale. And this story happened while the jeans were on sale for $25. I was on a register ringing up customers, just doing my job in general, when this lady walks up to my register. She didn't have a Karen haircut, so I was generally unsuspecting of her. She placed a pair of jeans on the counter and I scanned them. I think the total was like $26.94, so I'm just gonna go with that. So I tell her the price and she looks at me stunned. I don't really know what to do, so I just repeat, the total is $26.94 or something again. And then she tells me,
that's not what the price on the tag says.
I want to interject here and tell you that this wasn't a language barrier issue where maybe she didn't understand me or she wasn't super familiar with English and she's like visiting from a foreign country or something. No, this lady was American. Very, very American. So I tell her, no, it's not. The price on the tag is $49.95, but they are currently on sale for $25. So they're a better price than the tag. So we go back and forth with the price a few times, and then she starts to get really upset and raises her voice at me.
No, I want to pay the price on the tag. You guys are using false advertising. I want your manager.
I'm super lost at this point. Was she mad there was a sale? So I grabbed my radio and really quickly confirm, you are aware that they are on sale for a better price, right? She huffs,
yes, I want to pay the price on the tag.
So I radio my manager over. He comes pretty quickly because it wasn't very busy at this time, and I start to explain the situation to him. So I need a price adjustment because the customer is upset about the price. You see, as she saw the tag, she cut me off.
She's trying to charge me a different price than what's on the tag.
My manager at this point is definitely thinking she didn't realize the sale and is confused about that and tries to start to explain to her, oh, okay, so these jeans are currently on sale for $25, which is actually a lower price than what's on the tag. She cuts him off.
I know the pants are on sale. I want to pay the price on the tag.
My manager, of course, was stunned. She ended up getting the price she wanted for the jeans, but for the life of me, I can never understand why she didn't just grab a second pair of jeans if she wanted to pay $50 at the store so bad.
Are you sure you know how old you are?
So when I first started working at Hollister, I was 17 and 4 months shy of turning 18. I also still had braces at this time. So this story takes place somewhere between where I started and my 18th birthday. So this mom comes in the store with her son, they do their shopping, they make it to the register. Finally go to ring them up and she asks me,
how old do you have to be to work here?
It's a pretty common question, so I don't think much of it. And I answer, 17. She leans on the counter and goes,
no, really, how old do you have to be to work here?
I'm confused at this point, but I say 17. She says,
wait, how old are you?
Again, I respond, 17. So she says,
you aren't 17. How old are you? Really?
I say in a stern tone, ma'am, I'm 17. The minimum age to work here is 17. She says,
are you sure?
Then I replied, yes. So she stopped pressing the issue, paid for her clothes and left, but I still don't understand that one because she clearly understood when I answered my age was 17 that I was 17 in the minimum age. She just didn't believe me. I don't know. Maybe I was confused about my age at 17 years old. He wasn't trying to steal cologne. He was trying to steal my heart, I guess. This one isn't really a story of a customer doing something stupid or entitled or anything. This is more of a story of me being generally dumb. So this happened super into my early days of working at the retail store when I was still really convinced that I wasn't gonna let shoplifters get away with it and catch every single one. Everyone who has worked retail knows this really well, but when you first start a retail job, like you're super convinced like to put your loss prevention tactics into use, reduce the store shrink, like you're gonna do it. And that slowly fades away with time. So this one guy seemed really nervous and had been standing by the clone rack for a long time, which was one of the most popular items to get stolen from our store. He also just wouldn't talk to us, wouldn't look up at us, and had a few large bags with him. Look, there's a difference that retail employees can tell between like social anxiety and then just general shiftiness. A female manager went up to him and asked him if he needed help, and so did I. We were the only two working out in the front, and we both agreed it was pretty weird, so we kept our eye on him. For this story to make sense, let me explain the layout of the retail store. So we had the 2 stores in front, the one in the middle with 2 fitting rooms on the side, and then 2 in the back. After over 45 minutes of him standing in the same place, we started to really believe that this wasn't social anxiety, and he was waiting for one of us, well actually both of us, to leave that main room so that way he could grab it and run. So naturally, I go up and I start talking to him. Me being the generally oblivious and naive person I was at this time, I did not realize that this guy was flirting with me. My idea was to gather as much information about him as possible in case he stole the clone, because there definitely is going to be some kind of crazy court trial where he's going to need to identify the dude who stole a $40 cologne. Anyways, he's flirting with me. I'm trying to play detective and find out more about him, and he asked me for my phone number. I'm like, oh, score! Then when he steals, I'll have his name and contact information. Of course, I said this internally because if I had said that out loud, it would have been weird. So we exchanged numbers, and I think we exchanged maybe a few really dry texts before he hits me with this "come over, my parents fell asleep" text. It was at this moment she knew she f***ed up. Yeah, so I politely told him no and then proceeded to ghost him. No, he wasn't trying to steal. He was trying to get my phone number.
Sales tax isn't real.
So I'm pretty sure for this one I had to have been on a hidden camera show because there's no way that anyone is actually this dumb. So we live in the United States, and this retail store I worked at was in California. I know our neighbors to the north don't have this, and also other countries, but sales tax isn't included on the individual price tags. Anyway, so I'm on the register ringing up this lady and her friend. They both look to be in their 30s. She got one pair of jeans, and you guessed it, they're $25. So I told her total was $26.94, or whatever the heck it would have been with sales tax. Her mouth goes agape.
I thought they were $25.
I figured she must have been confused and thought I wasn't telling her the total with sales tax, but rather the pre-tax price. So I repeat again, the total is $26.94. She looks at me astonished and says,
the price was $25, not $26.
So I'm in my head like, does she not know what sales tax is? Her friend pipes in and says, no, they are $25. There's $1.94 of sales tax. Then the lady says,
I've lived here my whole life. There's no such thing as sales tax.
My head tilts in confusion because what? The lady's friend continues to argue with her over whether sales tax is a real thing or not, and finally convinces her just to pay for the jeans and leave. As they're leaving, I can hear them debating over the sales tax legitimacy. Legend says that they are still arguing about it to this day. So anyways, guys, that was the video. If you guys want to hear more retail horror stories, because obviously I have a lot more than 4 stories from 3 years. So if you guys want to hear this, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to smash the YouTube algorithm for the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the smash button. As always, check out my Amazon influencer page. It is down in the description. There's a nice link. You can see all my camera equipment, my plant stuff, my DIY nail kit, all of that good stuff is down below in there, and everything on there I use myself, by the way. With that said though, don't forget to end the video